Now, let us look at the method and procedure for the acid plus excess insoluble MCB. Okay, generally, there are a few steps here, as you can see. Let's go through it one by one. So first up, we have step 1, prepare reagents to make salts. So example, if I want to make a iron 3 chloride. Okay, so for iron 3 chloride, what are the reagents that I need to use? So normally, okay, I say again, the N ion will form the acid, the cation ion will form the MCB. So what acid should we use? If it's a chloride, it will be hydrochloric, which is iron. So I can either use iron metal, okay? I can also M, this will be my C, and iron 3 oxide. Any one of them will do. You can choose any one. So in this case here, maybe I'll use iron 3 carbonate with hydrochloric acid. I'll use iron 3 carbonate with hydrochloric acid. So cancel this one, it's not a base, insoluble MCB here. Okay, so the first step is always to prepare the reagents. Choose your reagents wisely and correctly. Okay, so remember N ion equals to the acid. Cation ion always forms up your MCB. Step 2. Mix excess insoluble MCB with acid in a beaker. So in this case here, I'll be having a lump here. This is my iron 3 carbonate. I mix it with my acid. In this case here, what kind of acid is this? This is my hydrochloric acid. Well, I'll mix them together and what I'll get is a lump here. Okay, now, because you are adding excess, that means there's a lot of the MCB, okay, MC or B, what's going to happen is that all of the acid will be reacted away. As again, all of the acid will be reacted away because you added excess. In this case, which means that it's a lot of extra. In this case, it will be a iron 3 carbonate. So now, obviously, this lump here will still be your iron 3 carbonate because there's a lot of it. Not every single one of it will be reacted away. Now, the solution now that you have here is no longer hydrochloric acid. The solution here now will be your iron 3 chloride, which is the salt that you want. This will be your iron 3 chloride. Okay, so you can see here, after doing step 2, I've actually obtained my salt solution. So what I need to do now is, I need to, step 3, remove the iron 3 carbonate. So for step 3 is to filter the remaining insoluble, sorry, not base here, change it to MCB, MC or B from the salt solution. Collect the filtrate. So in this case here, what you're going to do is going to be a filtration. Okay, a filtration here, filter paper. This lump here will be your iron 3 carbonate. And the solution here will be your iron 3 chloride. Okay, this is your iron 3 carbonate is known as your residue. Iron 3 chloride, which is the solution, is known as your filtrate. So just take note of this. Right? Once you have filtered the remaining insoluble MCB from a salt solution, okay, what will you do next? You will take the salt solution and heat it till saturation, then allow it to cool to form crystals. So you can realize that actually step 3 is your filtration, step 4 and 5 is actually your crystallization. This part here, what we are doing here is actually your crystallization. Okay, so what's going to happen is you'll take your solution, in this case it will be iron 3 solution, iron 3 chloride solution, sorry. And what you do is you will heat it up and the water level will drop till the point of saturation. So this will form your hot saturated solution. Okay, what you're going to do after that is to cool it down. Once you cool it down, what you're going to get is a beaker filled with crystals. Okay, what crystals are those? These little solids that are formed here, these are your iron 3 chloride crystals. So once your crystals are formed, you got a solid and liquid. What do you do next? How do I get the crystals? What I'll do is I'll filter and collect the residue. So take this, I'll pour it through to filter it. Okay, so my crystals will be here. Okay, this one are my residue, which is actually also your iron 3 chloride crystals. Okay, once we collect the residue, what we'll do is we'll wash it with distilled water. So let's wash it. We'll wash it with distilled water. Then after dry it, dry the salt crystals with filter paper. So after that, you dry it on the filter paper. So these are the steps, okay, in terms of your using the acid with excess insoluble MCB. So do take note of how to go about doing this process. This is the end for the acid with excess insoluble base method. We will next move up to titration method.